Namaste, peace, love, happiness, darkness. May you find your light. I. Welcome to Powerhouse Tarot. I'm Energy Goddess. This reading is going to be a beautiful shadow report. Shadow report. All right. So we needed to get into the shadow messages. What is it that the shadow needs to tell us, right? What is the shadow? Okay, the shadow is the aspect of us that many of us repress, many of us are afraid of, but it is the part of us that protects us. The shadow aspect of us is the part that we don't want other people to see because we push forward more the lighter side of us. Our higher self is more of the image we try to portray to the world of who we are, but deep inside there's the shadow aspect of us that's very much a part of us and just wants to integrate with the rest of the aspects of us. Okay, the shadow wants to be integrated just as much as any other aspect of us, right? So keep that in mind moving forward. Remember that it's always important to check in with your shadow and know, what's best for me, right? Even though I'm striving and I am my best self, right? I always want to check in with my shadow, and I never want to make my shadow feel like inadequate because that's a part of me. And like I said, the biggest slap to the face is to the shadow is kind of ignoring it or making it feel unimportant when this is, again, the side of us that always protects us. It always defends us, good, bad, and different, and it's important, I'm about to cry for my shadow because it's like, well, not for mine, but for somebody's, because it's like sometimes we think when we get on this spiritual journey that we're no longer supposed to have a shadow, or we should minimize it or erase it, get rid of it. I don't know. But people are afraid of this shadow aspect of us because we want to acknowledge the light now that we found it, right? So don't forget about that part of you because it makes you who you are today, okay? Your shadow and all the experiences that came along, okay, on your journey. Very important. So that's why ultimately I do the shadow report, all right? Because it's you, it's me, it's us, it's we, all right? And I want to honor every part of us, not just the love, not just, finances, career, and this person and that person, and this situation or that situation. I want to honor all aspects of us, the self, okay? So if you enjoy these, I probably got really long-winded with that, but I was really meant it though. If you enjoyed those type of messages, please be sure to subscribe. Be sure to hit the like, post notification bell, okay, so that you always get updates when I post to the channel. All right, thank you to all my new and old subbies. I love you guys, truly from the bottom of my heart. Okay, thank you for riding with me. All right, thank you for your energy. It's duly appreciated. And yeah, let's hop into the read for our shadow reports. Shadow reports. Shadow reports. Shadow reports. How'd I do, guys? Let me know. Y'all don't cap. Y'all gotta let me know. Did y'all like that one? I made that jingle up specifically for the shadow report. Say it 3 times, and the third time you're gonna carry it, right? You're gonna drag it. Shadow reports. Shadow reports. So yeah, as we dive into what the shadow wants us to know right now, the shadow is requesting the wisdom deck as well as the dark goddess. As you wish, Shadow. As you wish. See, Shadow wants the darker decks. Shadow's like, let me tell you about the dark side. Remember that dark side? I love you, Shadow. And we honor you, Shadow. Okay. What does the Shadow have to say during this Aquarius season? Oath, okay? Something's very complicated. Shadow wants you to know it's very complicated. Some of us might have taken an oath or an oath, excuse me, to something during Aquarius season. Maybe Shadow feels like this is complicated. Shadow's trying to reach out with a message here for us. Do we accept the message? Do we accept the call? Okay, is what Shadow is asking. Okay, movement. There's also this energy within us that wants to get some movement going, maybe around projects, maybe around goals, this sort of thing. Okay, Shadow isn't afraid to integrate, so you can't be afraid to bring Shadow out more, you know. As we evolve, the more we evolve, the more we can safely go into our shadow and utilize that beautiful primordial energy, right, of the shadow, okay? Because all aspects of us are linked back to source, period. I need you to know that, you know. Don't be afraid to be yourself authentically. The world will tell you you should be one way, and later you'll find out I should have just been myself, right? So don't be afraid to be authentically you. Don't be afraid to be unique. I feel like that's what Shadow is saying to me here with this message, you know, for us right now, especially in Aquarius season. You know, this is all about people not being afraid to be uniquely you, because during Aquarius season, the Shadow is saying, if you're afraid to be you, it's going to be difficult. If you're afraid to be unique and you need to look at other things or other things outside of yourself, external to the self, right, in order to give you the message, in order to give you the guidance, then this is going to be a difficult time, is what Shadow is saying, okay? So get movement on being that individual. You took an oath to come down here and be you. I know it's complicated, says the Shadow. You know, it's supposed to be. That's what this time is for, this space is for, right? To be complicated, but through this darkness, you're able to spark your light, right? And find your way to get movement towards whatever it is that you desire in your life during Aquarius season and moving forward, okay? Shadow needs you to know that you're okay to do that, okay? We have our fulfillment and deceit. Wow, okay. Let's grab another message from Shadow. Thank you, Shadow. We got conclusion and rigid, okay? So yeah, this is about Shadow saying don't be rigid. Don't be one-sided. Don't be difficult with yourself. You trying to be rigid or only look at something in one way is going to cause it's gonna cause things around you and in your life to be difficult. You have to be flexible. The Shadow says, look, I've been through all of this with you, all of this time, protecting and guiding you, right? Don't stop now. Keep making movement. That's how we're going to conclude off and end off Aquarius. Keep being strong. It's going to be complicated, but you took this oath. You got this shit, right? To make movement into the direction that you need to go, okay? For all of us here getting this message with the Shadow report. Let's get a message from the soul. Let's dive a little deeper with the Shadow. Thank you, Shadow. Let's dive a little deeper with the Shadow. What is it that you want us to see right now? Success. I know there is no greater than to love, okay? Many of us during this beautiful Aquarius season, I feel like your main success is going to be getting closer to the space and the energy of love, okay? Period. And I know it sounds cliche, but this love is a self-love. And that is why it brings you so much success. There's so many people who are inspired and they honestly kind of mimic what you do. And you may not see it because you're so meek and you probably don't even care. It's like this sometimes, the shadow is saying. You're influencing, but you don't consider yourself an influencer sometimes, you know? You make noise, but you don't even really be trying, you know? People are impacted by you in ways that you don't even know. And connecting to that inner energy of the shadow and love, you know? Honor the shadow right now because it's what's going to make each and every one of us individual and unique. So right now, that's what shadow needs us to know as our biggest messages here, right? Okay? Honor that self-love because it brings you to the greater goal of all avenues that point to success in your life, like for real. Honor that. All right, let's get one more. From the soul. From the soul. Honesty. I can't always expect truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. So that's also going to be a main theme with the shadow this week, okay? And moving forward, right? Shadow wants us to be just honest, right? Because that's what helps to integrate the shadow when we're real with the shadow. And we say, you know what? This is a part of it. And we help the shadow within us to integrate. And we're not afraid and we're not embarrassed. And it doesn't hold us back to honor that vessel, you know. And again, like Shadow said, you can't expect honesty from everybody because not everybody is integrating the soul, the spirit, the shadow, all aspects of self. Not everybody, right? And so not everybody's not going to understand that, right? That's why Shadow saying it's complicated, again, right? But you can expect that brutal honesty in this, that touch of realness, right? From self, for sure, right? You might even have to end up being the one that keep it real with everybody else while everybody lying. Of course, I know it's our favorite position, right? To be the one on the outs with everyone, right? But it is what it is because you're gonna have to be the voice of reason. A lot of people right now are like gonna be losing their mind. This is just channeling what I'm channeling without even touching the cards. So let's see what Tarot has to say about the Chateau report. All right. Let's see. Holy Spirit, connect me here to the shadow reports, messages in Aquarius. Shadow reports in Aquarius. See the bottom of the deck, Seven of Wands, stand your ground. You're going to have to be the one that is the voice of reason for a lot of people because a lot of people, again, they're going to be mad. They're going to be like crazy. They're going to have lost their mind because this is the time to be your individual self, not to copy and paste. And when you see people copy and paste, it's not going to work for them during the season in Aquarius. It's just not. So this is going to be very difficult for a lot of people because a lot of people find it difficult to be their own selves. You know, in this season it'll show as well. Okay. I was noticing this before Aquarius actually hit, and so that's where this is, like, why I'm on this right now. But thank you, Shadow. Like, they'll have bigger numbers than you, and you'll have smaller numbers, and it'll be the same shit. It's like the people copying your shit. Protect your shit at all costs. That's what Spirit is saying. Seven of Wands, please protect yourself in whatever it is you do. Because you look like an underdog right now in the fight, but really you're the one that's going to win. Spirit is saying, Shadow is saying, it's complicated. You might not understand it, but it's complicated. That you the real dog that's going to win the fight. You don't get it. You might not understand it. This is part of your contract. An oath was taken for this. Okay? This is your destiny, and there's nothing but success here. The soul needs you to know that. Your soul. Okay? Just be honest and truthful with yourself, and you'll find yourself right where you need to be, well integrated. Huh? So, let's connect with the tarot messages. So we have out the Eight of Cups, Justice, Two of Cups. Wow, the Empress and the Six of Swords. Let's get one more. At the bottom of the deck is in the Hierophant. We have out the Five of Wands. So the goal to any conflict that you're facing with the shadow reading here is that the goal to conflict facing it is to embrace love. Don't feel spited because people haven't learned how to integrate their shadow as well as you have. Don't let that shit get to you. If you learn how to take like a more joyful or positive approach to this during Aquarius season, I promise you, you'll come out the victor. Don't give it any of your time or energy, all right? Because also, you'll be taking away from whatever it is you're creating here with the Empress's energy. Whatever you're trying to manifest. Let's keep our energy into that, right? Because people are going to be getting out of pocket because they're not doing what they need to do. And whose fault is that? Theirs. It's not ours, but they want to make it seem like it's someone else's. Whether it's us or someone else, they're trying to blame it on, right? So be aware of that in the, especially like dynamics like lovers, friends, all of this. Whenever it has to do with the person outside of ourselves, all these relationships will get challenged during this Aquarius season, I'm trying to tell you. You know, or there's going to be these situations that brings more awareness to you at this time. Tell me more about the Two of Cups in reverse. I know this is important. Okay. So we got out the Seven of Pentacles, the Three of Wands, and the Page of Cups. Yeah. This is what I was saying. Remember, I was saying that a lot of people haven't began to integrate the shadow aspect of the self, right? They haven't even started doing this. People don't know about this spiritual stuff. They just want to get in on a trend, a fad, of this, of that. And a lot of times, it's not their fault that they're becoming more conscious, but the real versus the fake is going to show. And the people who are just here for a money grab is going to start to show now. You know what I'm saying? Like, remember, I'm always saying this shit. You can fool some of the people sometime, but you can't fool all the people all the time. So the day of reckoning and the day of seeing things clearly is here. And especially in the family, friends, work associates, etc. Sort of dynamics. You know what I'm saying? Hello, Miss Queen Bee. Hello, Miss Queen Bee. Okay, so you're gonna start to experience that, y'all. You know, clarifying the Two of Cups and why it's so significant. Okay, because they haven't done the work properly. Okay, And every time you plant something, you have to start it from the beginning and go through the whole process. And it's tedious, it's stressful until you kind of get it going. You're worried about it, you know, in the development of it. And that's where the conflict and a lot of people with that 5 of Wands, I feel like, is coming from. But you've already chosen here, collective, to integrate the shadow, to honor the shadow, right? This is what protects us. This is what nourishes us. This is what we need. Then you have here the Page of Cups, right? Something beautiful is happening in relationships when you're honest, okay? These relationships are going to start to blossom into better paradigms than you've ever seen in your life. I want to grab a romance message just because this is talking definitely about love. I want to just see in romance what it says for us here. Okay, so we got out the Page of Cups, 3 of Wands. What was it, 8 of Pentacles or 7? 7 of Pentacles. Let's get the romance messages. Stay optimistic about your love life. Some of you guys might be afraid that there's not someone there, but there is. Stay optimistic about your love life. If you're single, there is. Stay optimistic. What else is coming out for both of us? Shadow report. Keep an open mind. Something is coming to you very soon. Clearly decide what it is that you want. Anything else in romance? What is it? Romantic feelings. Express your love. Okay. Anything else? Solution. Hey, love. No, this is the shadow report, which is basically a collective synopsis of what we'll all experience during the Aquarius season. So, yeah. You just came in. I think I've been on here for, let's see, 20-something minutes now. So, I'm almost getting ready to wrap this up. But this video will post on the YouTube, so be sure to follow me over there so that you always, well, you always come in because you're one of the subscribers, right? You're my only subscriber. I fucking love you. Ah! So you'll see it over there on the YouTube. Legit. Let's see, anything else? Bottom of the deck, you deserve love, okay? I don't know who needs to hear this, but you do. You deserve love. You know, love might be seeming real rigid. That's because of the people that you kind of keep fucking with. It's not really the situation. There's another love, I feel like, interest that wants to come in for some of you guys that are single and some of you guys who just can't seem to find the you know, that you kind of your niche. Don't laugh. I don't care. I fucking love you. Shit. I said, if they're gonna watch me, let them pay to watch, cause you know, like, I'm about to do this shit for free. Y'all come your ass over here. You hear shit? Only people that's gonna get the motherfucking drop like how it's supposed to. The private drop is y'all. You know what I'm saying? For real. Fuck that. I don't care if it be just me and you every time. We about to roll out Autobots. What you talking about? Period. But you know I love you, boo. For real. Thank you. So yeah. Anyways, back to the read. My bad. You know me, my fucking ass got ADHD, HD, LZ, NOP, okay? QRSTUV. Okay. But, yes, period, honey. So, 2 of Cups message really wants us to know that love is here for us. The shadow needs us, or the spirit needs the shadow to know that. I think shadow does know that. I think shadow is just waiting because it's been a long time for some of us, especially new to the dating scene or new to the realm of getting to know people, you know, on a different level, in a way that we haven't ever done this shit before. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like it's gonna be beautiful. Just embrace who you are. Is all this shadow really needs us to know. Just whenever you're feeling like not embracing that, whenever you're feeling afraid, or whenever you're feeling conscious or subconscious about it, just do it more. Go into that individual expression and creativity, because that's really where it's at, and that's where your gold is gonna be at. You'll see it, you know. And those people who don't got their shit together is gonna start coming out because they didn't have it together, and it's just gonna start falling apart at the seams. You're gonna see it right at the seams. I'm talking about just off of them, because they was faking it. And you can fake it till you make it, but at some point you have to learn how to do it properly. If you're truly in the spirit of learning something, you're not gonna be able to fake it. So you're gonna have to learn this shit. And some people didn't want to learn it. They wanted to fake it, like, oh, I'm just gonna fake it forever and I'm just gonna, you know, get by. No, you're not. Not in Aquarius season. You're gonna stand out like a sore thumb is what you're gonna do. Because their inability to be honest with themselves brings them a lack of success. And that shit is going to show in Aquarius season. So that's what the shadow needs us to know. That is really overall what the shadow needs us to know. I hope that you enjoy this shadow report. Okay, so let me know, all right, how you like these readings, and I'll be back with, I'm doing a pick a card, a channeled message, and another channeled message. So we'll have 3, and I'll be doing these privately. So goddess, you're more than welcome to roll the fuck in, Autobots, all right? But I love you guys. Be sure to subscribe and hit the post notification button. Love you guys.